What if a Roblox game could delete its players? Can Brookhaven erase you from existence? Stay to see the terrifying truth about the town's darkest secret, and why you might be next in a mystery that will leave you questioning everything about this game. What happens when a Roblox player's account is deleted, but their character remains in the game, stuck in a never-ending loop, unable to escape, and visible only to a select few, in a glitch that raises more questions than answers? The case of Eternal Sunset 22 is a chilling example of this phenomenon. On February 10th, at 11:45 p.m., this player's account was abruptly deleted, yet their character remained in the game, frozen in the town square. Players who witnessed this reported seeing Eternal Sunset 22 repeatedly spawn and despawn, as if the game was trying to reconcile the discrepancy. Further investigation revealed that this was not an isolated incident. At least 5 other players have reported similar occurrences, all with one thing in common: they had visited the newly introduced Ravenwood neighborhood. This area, added in the game's last update, seems to be the catalyst for the glitch. The neighborhood's strange, pulsing trees and the eerie, abandoned mansion at its center have led some to speculate that Ravenwood is not just a new area, but a doorway to a darker aspect of the game. As players delved deeper into the mystery, they discovered a hidden chat log buried in the game's files, where a developer discussed the Ravenwood update and the unintended consequences it may have. The log, dated January 25th, mentions a test subject and a successful integration, leaving many to wonder what exactly was being tested and what the true purpose of a Ravenwood is. Theories range from a simple glitch to a deliberate experiment, but one thing is certain: Ravenwood is the key to understanding the disappearance of Eternal Sunset 22 and the others. But as we dig deeper, we begin to realize that the truth behind Ravenwood may be more sinister than we ever imagined, and that the game may be hiding a dark secret, one that could put all players at risk. Can a Roblox neighborhood be a portal to a parallel game, where players are trapped in a world that is identical yet disturbingly different, and what does this mean for the players who have already ventured into Ravenwood? As we investigated a Ravenwood, we discovered that the neighborhood seems to be shifting and changing, like a living, breathing entity. Players reported finding new areas and secret rooms that would disappear and reappear at random. Some even claimed to have seen glimpses of other players, who were not visible on the game's radar, and who seemed to be playing a different version of the game. The more we explored a Ravenwood, the more we realized that it was not just a glitch, but a doorway to a parallel game, one that exists in tandem with the main game, yet is separate and distinct. This raises questions about the nature of reality in Roblox, and whether the game is capable of creating parallel universes, or if a Ravenwood is simply a cleverly designed puzzle. But what's even more disturbing is that a Ravenwood seems to be changing the players who venture into it, altering their behavior and making them more aggressive and paranoid. Some players reported experiencing strange visions and hearing eerie whispers when they were in Ravenwood, and others claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the trees. As we delved deeper into the mystery, we discovered a series of cryptic messages hidden in the game's code that seemed to point to Ravenwood as the key to unlocking a darker aspect of the game. The messages, which were encoded in a series of seemingly innocuous textures, spoke of great experiments and a new era for Roblox, one that would change the game forever. But what does this mean for the players, and what is the true purpose of a Ravenwood? Is it a test, a game, or something more sinister? What if a Ravenwood is not just a neighborhood, but a gateway to a lost part of the game, a part that was never meant to be seen, and what secrets does it hold about the game's past and future? As we delved deeper into Ravenwood, a secret door swung open, revealing a hidden area that seemed frozen in time. The walls were adorned with outdated textures and models, relics from an earlier version of the game. A series of cryptic notes, penned by a developer in 2018, spoke of a lost neighborhood and a hidden world. The handwriting was frantic, the words tumbling onto the page in a maddening scrawl. It became clear that this lost neighborhood was a test area, a playground for developers to toy with new ideas and mechanics. But something had gone catastrophically wrong, and the area was abandoned, leaving behind a tangled web of clues and puzzles. The more we explored, the more we realized that the lost neighborhood was not just a relic of the past, but a doorway to a dark and foreboding future. We stumbled upon hints of a new update, one that would change the game forever. The phrase echoed in our minds like a warning, a siren blaring in the distance. Ravenwood was just the beginning, a test run for something much bigger and more sinister. The question was, what does this mean for the players? Is that lost neighborhood a warning, a message, or a threat? The air was thick with tension as we dug deeper, the silence punctuated only by the sound of our own ragged breathing. And then, just as we thought we were getting close to the truth, everything went black. The screen flickered, and a message appeared, taunting us with a single, chilling phrase: "The lost neighborhood is just the beginning." Can a Roblox game create a time loop, where players are trapped in a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth, and what does this mean for the players who are stuck in this loop? We dug deeper into the Ravenwood Enigma and uncovered a mind-blowing truth: the neighborhood is a portal to a time loop, where players are trapped in an infinite cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Our investigation revealed that some players have been stuck in this loop for months, reliving the same moments over and over, with no escape in sight. The more we probed, the more we realized that this time loop is no glitch, it's a deliberate design choice, crafted to keep players hooked and invested in the game. But at what cost? Players trapped in the loop are experiencing bizarre side effects, memory loss, paranoia, and visions of the past and future. Some have reported seeing ghostly apparitions, while others have spoken of hearing eerie whispers in their ears. As we struggled to grasp the true nature of the time loop, we discovered a chilling connection to the lost neighborhood. It appears that both are part of a larger, more sinister experiment, one that's pushing the boundaries of the game and its players to the breaking point. But what's the ultimate goal of this experiment? Is it a test of human endurance, a twisted game, or something far more malevolent? And what's the fate of the players trapped in this loop, forever doomed to repeat the same actions, with no escape? The more we uncover, the more questions we have. And now, we've received a cryptic message from an unknown source, warning us to get out while we still can. But it's too late, we're in this too deep. And as we turn to leave, we hear the sound of footsteps, echoing through the empty streets of Ravenwood. The truth behind Ravenwood and that lost neighborhood is a dark and sinister one that reveals a game that is capable of manipulating and controlling its players, and one that is willing to push the boundaries of what is acceptable in the name of entertainment. The game is not just a game, but a doorway to a parallel world, one that is identical yet disturbingly different, and one that is full of secrets and mysteries waiting to be uncovered. The players who venture into Ravenwood are not just playing a game, but are participating in a grand experiment, one that will change the game forever, and one that will leave them forever changed. This was not an accident, but a deliberate design choice, one that was meant to create a new era for Roblox, one that would be more immersive, more engaging, and more sinister. And there's no way that's a coincidence. The devs know exactly what they did.